Hello everyone! In this tutorial we're going to learn how you can digitalize your lecture notes. To follow along with the tutorial you need the scans of your lecture notes. This can be a photograph or a scan. And we're going to learn how you bring those pictures into InDesign and how to create a table of contents for those pictures. This will be the first part of this video. And in the second part we're going to create an index so you can find the notes really quick from the index of the document. So let's get started. We start by creating a new InDesign document and we only need one page. However, we shouldn't have facing pages activated. You should make sure that your page size is the same size as your scanned notes. In this case, it's A4. We click on OK. And now we're going to create a box that will hold our picture. You have to make sure that the box has the same size as a page. So the box should cover the whole page, like this. Now we're going to select this page here in the Pages panel and we press the Alt key to copy the page. Select the page and just drag and drop. Once you have multiple pages, you can also select all of them. I hold the Shift key to select all of the pages, and again I press the Alt key and drag to copy my pages. You can do this until you have enough pages to hold all your pictures. Now we're going to go to our pictures that we scanned. We have here the pictures in color. This isn't really necessary because most of the pictures don't have much color on them. So if you would like to convert your pictures to black and white, I have a video that you can watch that will explain how to do this in Photoshop. How to batch process all your pictures and convert them from color into black and white. You can click here to watch it. Otherwise, I have already here the lecture notes in black and white. Now they look like this. And I'm going to take all of those by pressing Command A and I just drag them into InDesign. This might take a while. And here I have all my 60 pages. I should go to my first page over here. And now you can just click and put every single page in here like this. If you want, you can also zoom out a little bit by pressing Command and minus. This will make it easier to paste all your pages. The really important thing to remember here is that all your pages should be in the right order in your folder. So you import them in the right order as well into InDesign. Let me quickly put all the pictures onto the pages. There's our last page. And now we can delete the pages that we don't really need, that are empty here. Let's go back to the first page and also we zoom in again. We would need now to adjust this page a little bit. So first let's zoom out by pressing Command minus. Maybe a little bit much. This should be fine. And now you can double click on the picture and adjust it how you want. You first should move it around in the right position so you can see all of your text. This looks fine. And if we go to the next page, we do the same thing. And if you would need to rescale the picture, again double click. And while scaling, you always should hold the Shift key so the page scales proportionately and doesn't get distorted. Also, you can rotate it like this. I will set this now for all pages and I see you in a few seconds. Okay, just a quick tip in between. You see here this little border on the right and button. If you click on the preview, you get rid of this and you can much clearer see how the page actually will look like. Because down here we have a little black border and we might not be able to adjust it correctly if we see the extra black stripe down here. Also, if you hold down the Shift key, you can really good move the pictures around in the background. So this makes it a little bit easier. Alright, this here is our last page. So we just finish this up. And now we're done. Next, we want to click on the Layers panel and we create a new layer. Our pictures are at the moment in the blue layer and we're going to lock this one. And now we switch to the layer 2. And can do all our edits and text on top of our pictures. This way we don't change these pictures here around anymore. Let's go back to our first page. And we also go back into the normal editing mode. You see now the pictures don't have a good display quality. To change this, we go on View, Display Performance, and High Quality Display. This way we can read actually what's written here. Now I would have to go to all my pages and figure out different topics for sections that I can combine in a table of contents. Also, while I'm doing this, I would write down some keywords that describe the contents. We're going to use the keywords later on to create an index. This way we can find topics we have in our notes really quick. As always, if you're working with those things, you want to create paragraph styles. In this case, I would like to be organized by days. So every lecture has a day. And under this one, on a second level, we're going to have the actual topics of this lecture. So let's create just some blank paragraph styles. In this case, I'm going to use Myriad Pro. Click on OK. We also create the different topics. And we want to have it based on no paragraph style. Click here OK as well. And then we're going to have our keywords. This also shouldn't be based on any paragraph style. Click on OK. And now we can start by tagging our different pages. To do this, we're going to select the Type tool, drag a text box, and then here, for example, it's the first day, it's Monday. And also write down the date. And then I hit the return key, and the first topic will of course be the introduction. Also, we should keep this one, and we shouldn't have it overlap with any text on the page. As those are the headlines, you might want to have them a little bit bigger. So we click on the A over here and increase the size of the text. Let's rescale also our text frame. And also the introduction should be a little bit bigger. Like this. Now we click on our paragraph style. The little plus sign here is indicating that there are some changes that aren't applied to the style usually. So we're going to redefine the style. So now if I apply the topics paragraph style to something, it will also have this size. We do the same thing for our days, just redefine the style. And now we're going to go on our different pages. If you want to create some keywords, you do the same thing, create a text box and enter your keywords in here. I'm going to do this now for all pages and I'll see you back in a few seconds. Also, if you have very important notes that you would like to highlight, you can take the box tool and just drag a box around the note. And in here we can set the thickness of the line around the box and also change the color to red, for example. We can also look at this in preview, and this highlights this note quite nicely. Also, one quick tip: if you want to have your box always with a red border that is 2 pt big, you can set this in here while you have no box selected, and if you now draw the box, it will always have the red border. Alright, 10 hours later I'm finished with adding all the headlines and the keywords. So now it's time to create our table of contents. We're going to insert a new page and place this one in front of our first page. Let's take a look at this one. And under Layout, Table of Contents, we can create a new table of contents. We're going to add our days and also our topics. We can go on OK for now. And we place in here our table of contents. Now I would like to add some spacing between the numbers and the different headlines. So I'm going to go to Type and Show Hidden Characters. We're going to copy this topic paragraph style. We duplicate this and call this one TOC. And under Tabs, we're just going to add a marker here, and this will move the number more to the right. Also, we enter a point and a space to have some dotted lines between the number and the actual headline. We click on OK, and you don't see anything here because the topics is still applied, but if you apply the TOC, you see the effect. We do the same thing for the days, duplicate the style, call this one TOC, go to Tabs, and set a marker over here. Click on OK. And now we need to put those things into effect in our table of contents. So we go to the table of contents, and in here we select the appropriate style. In this case, topics TOC, and here days TOC. This will be applied to the entries only in our TOC. Click on OK. We see the table of contents was successfully updated, and this is our final result. You could do some more tweaks here, but for now this is good enough. Let's save this one. And in the next part of this video, we're going to learn how to create an index on the next page, down below here, and also how to save this document as a PDF with a small file size, but still good picture quality. So if you want to watch the next video, just click on the annotation on the screen. Thanks for watching.